Hi, I'm Steven Friedman.
Hi, I'm David Postalski, and we are both intellectual property attorneys at Gearhart Law. And today we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and copyrights.
So, AI cannot be considered the author of the work. US copyright law has what's called the human authorship requirement. Any copyrightable work has to be created by a human author with some minimum amount of creativity and originality.
And that's actually something that dates back to the Constitution. When the Constitution was first created and drafted, there was no AI and the word author was used. So we either have to amend the Constitution to include authors, to include artificial intelligence, or deal with the fact that copyrights cannot be authored by artificial intelligence.
So, going along with the last answer, AI generated content can't be copyrighted, but there is a little bit of a qualification. To the extent that a human has inputted some amount of creativity or some kind of human element into the AI generated work, that amount of human creativity can be copyrighted. But the part of the work that is AI generated still remains uncopyrightable.
That's correct. And so, what that actually means is that when you're filing for a copyright, it is incumbent upon you as the author to let the Copyright Office know what parts were created by you as a human being and what parts were created by the artificial intelligence. And the resulting registration will reflect that. It will say, this percentage is human and available for copyright registration. This percentage is AI generated and not available for copyright protection.
To the extent that a human has put in some creative amount of effort and originality into a AI generated content, that human author is going to own that amount of creativity of creatively authored work. That human, it's possible that human is an employee of a corporation, in which case the work could be a work made for hire, and the corporation would own the work. But in general, it would be whoever authored the work.
Yeah, and I think maybe if it's not clear, we're not saying that you can't use artificial intelligence to create works as long as you have some human element that you can add to it, then that's available for copyright protection.
Right. This is still kind of an ongoing question, and we don't fully know the answers to how this is all going to shake out. There are currently lawsuits uh, pending in courts from authors of various kinds of works, like book authors who are suing AI models like OpenAI for the fact that OpenAI trains their system on a lot of copyrighted works. And whether that's going to be copyright infringement or not is going to be up to the courts, and we aren't sure of the answer yet.
Yeah, it's definitely the wild, wild west as a new tech. Well, it's not really new artificial intelligence, but as a newish technology in the vernacular of human citizens around the world, artificial intelligence is still, we're not sure how it's going to play out. Either it's going to be fully regulated or it's still going to be in this gray area as what are we going to do about this? Right now, we're probably falling somewhere in the middle, but who knows? We might see a world where artificial intelligence not just gets the right to author something, but maybe gets more rights like voting and stuff like that.
Going along with the previous question, there's a similar answer, but there's also another possibility, which is, for example, a lot of AIs can generate images or generate text. And so when you're asking an AI to do something like that, a lot of the time it's been trained on copyrighted material. And so if you ask an AI to generate something and then you go and share that material, you may be infringing on someone's copyright without even knowing it.
Excellent point. Would they say that you should be using artificial intelligence responsibly, morally, and ethically? And that is with the understanding that because it's pulling from open sources, and those open sources are likely full of copyrighted material, that if you're creating something for your own benefit and using AI to generate it, there's a high likelihood that what you've created is potentially infringing on someone else. So you likely should seek an attorney to give you some sort of opinion as to the work that you've created and whether it's registered.
Thanks for listening. If you'd like more information on copyrights or AI or any other intellectual property matters, feel free to reach out to Gearhart Law or visit our website, gearhartlaw.com.